Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Here today, I have something a little bit different. A discussion video on which team do you support? Team Green or Team Black? In the books, or as well in HBO's House of the Dragon? As a book fan, it's a question I'm endlessly fascinated with, particularly now with Hot D Season 1 wrapped up, which was fantastic by the way. I was pleasantly surprised how good it was. And now that Season 2 isn't coming out until 2024, I've got to keep myself busy with some Hot D related content. Now in my community, this question is very divisive. I currently have a poll running at the moment. Which team do you support? It's sitting about 17% for the Greens and 83% for the Blacks. I've done other polls in the past, which usually sit around about a 30 to a 70% split for either Aegon or Rhaenyra as the ruling monarch. But I thought here today I wanted to put forward why I am Team Green rather than Team Rhaenyra. But I am open to change, so let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I'm sure some of you might be able to persuade me and put some compelling arguments down in the chat. So in short, I'm Team Green because I'm anti-Viserys, and therefore anti-Rhaenyra. Not because I like the Greens necessarily. Hell, I think there are more likeable characters on the other side, but I'm Team Green because they promote a male heir being king, this being Aegon. Because the majority of the lords in Westeros, which Viserys rules, support and practice this type of succession, male preference primogeniture. I believe the small folk are safer, and the realm is more secure under the Greens because the majority of the lords in Westeros support this precedent of male ruling. I might actually think otherwise if the majority of the lords in Westeros instead supported female rulers, but that's kind of besides the point. In my opinion, the fault of the Dance of the Dragons conflict lies with King Viserys. When choosing a side, I believe it's best to not pick over the minor, small actions of characters such as Alicent, Otto, Rhaenyra, Aemond, Daemon, Jaehaerys, like the small actions, but to look at the overall realm picture of peace with the common people at the center. This conflict's fault lies with Viserys and less so than with Rhaenyra herself. When Viserys named Rhaenyra heir, he went against the succession status quo, which the majority of the lords in Westeros he governed practiced, which I said before was male preference primogeniture, therefore muddying the succession of his lords and other houses, therefore destabilizing the realm. Viserys also allowed decades to pass between many of the lords swearing fealty to Rhaenyra, and it got to a point where half the lords were dead and their sons ruled, so their oaths of fealty to those specific lords were kind of a little bit null and void, but it kind of goes up to the sons if they were to support Rhaenyra's claim. But they could say, hey, I didn't swear fealty, which creates a massive fucking issue. Furthermore, to strengthen Rhaenyra's claim, Viserys really shouldn't have remarried, in my opinion, to Alicent. In doing so, he opened the door to other potential claimants, such as Aegon and Aemond. To be fair, Rhaenyra did further complicate things with having bastard children with Harwin Strong. She had one job as a potential monarch. One job to have legitimate children. And she didn't. Hell, maybe have your firstborn with someone who at least looks Valyrian, and then maybe the other two can be bastards. Whatever. Don't have children with someone with such strong features like Harwin. But overall, Viserys has a lot to blame for the Dance of the Dragon civil war. He put the realm and the small folk at risk. When thinking of Dance, I think of this quote from Got, which is great from time to time. So here's the quote. Why is it always the innocents who suffer the most when you High Lords play your Game of Thrones? I believe Viserys put the realm and innocent small folk in jeopardy when he named Rhaenyra heir. From the commoner's perspective, they don't care which specific house rules from King's Landing, so long as their livelihoods are relatively peaceful and safe and not drawn into open war and conflict. In feudal times, from the small folks' point of view, there's kind of an unspoken rule to say, hey, a select few of you can be elites, you can be lords, you can collect our taxes as long as you keep the peace. Otherwise, us peasants will revolt as we have the numbers. Kind of like the plebs in ancient Rome. But hey, this is just my brief opinion. Let me know yours in the comments. I'm curious. But look, Aegon the Elder, as a human being, sucks. But I think the realm is safer overall with him because the majority of the lords support him. Like Kristen Cole is a bitter you-know-what. Like, I like Daemon. He's a great, grey, complex character. I like him a lot. But the dude is, well, kind of sadistic, a violent person, and not someone you should really look up to or idolize. But hey, this is why George's books are so great. I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments that are probably going to make quite compelling arguments for Rhaenyra's side. But anyway, that's enough from me here today. Maybe we should do some more Game of Thrones typed videos where I just sort of talk about the books and stuff. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. YouTube memberships are available. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.